So right in front of me, I have last year's Helios 300. This is a mid-range gaming laptop that I consistently recommend to people who are looking for a good mid-range computer. The reason why it's so special is because of its price point and the value you're getting with it. Like right now, today in 2020, you can buy this thing for $1,000. And sometimes when Acer has its sales, you can pick it up for like $900 to $950. Now, I've been using it on and off over the past 6 to 8 months, and I wanted to talk about my experience, how it's held up, and some of the things that could be changed for a future model. The first thing is the design. Like, this is improved compared to its predecessor, but it still looks like a very hardcore gaming laptop. These chiseled lines, a Predator logo in the middle, and I think this would be a good opportunity for Acer to tone it down. You have to understand something. A lot of students buy this laptop because of its price point. They bring this to class every day and they want something that looks a bit cleaner. Now, the port lineup is fine. I don't have too many complaints in terms of the variety, but what I would like to see is instead of a USB Type-C port, I would have rather them have Thunderbolt 3. I understand why they don't put it on budget gaming laptops because they want to upsell you, but this is a mid-range gaming laptop, and if you want to upgrade the GPU down the road, at least you have that option. The other thing I'd like to see is all power cables be inserted from the back. They moved it to the left-hand side, which is fine for right-handed gamers, but as a lefty, this little power plug is sticking out the side and gets in the way of my mouse movement. Now, obviously, this is not doable on every single type of motherboard, but a lot of manufacturers are adopting the ports on the back of the laptop instead of the sides. So internally, the standard stuff is upgradable, so RAM, storage, and Wi-Fi card, but this is one of the few 15-inch gaming laptops that has 3 storage slots. You got 2 NVMe slots, or M2 slots, and 1 2.5-inch drive bay. It's great that there's more storage, but in order to fit that 2.5-inch drive bay, they had to sacrifice the battery size. Inside of here is a really tiny battery. And like I said in the beginning of this video, students buy this thing. They bring it to school, they do their homework, and they have to keep it plugged in 90% of the time. They could have just used 2 storage slots, which is more than enough for games and your operating system, and gave us more battery life. Now, with the display, I don't have too many complaints. Like, this is a good 15-inch Full HD display. It has good contrast, the gamut is good, the color accuracy is good, gets bright enough. It also has a color accurate screen that I feel comfortable doing design work on. The only area that I feel like it can be improved is the webcam. This is a very minor, nitpicky thing to improve, but with everyone getting into streaming, having a better webcam would be a nice upgrade. One thing I don't like though is the keyboard. Like, it's not a bad keyboard, it's just a design that Acer has been using for the past 4 years. And there have been a lot of improvements to laptop keyboards. I feel like the next model that comes out would be a good time to upgrade it. The keys are starting to feel a bit mushy over the long term. I do like the fact that they include a numpad, but I think they can do better on the next model. Touchpad, it's big, Windows Precision Driver helps, but it's still plastic. I know this again is a nitpick. I would love to see glass on the next model. Speaking of improvements, the one thing they can definitely change is the placement of the speakers. This is a gaming laptop. No speakers should be on the bottom of the laptop. This is a public service announcement for every laptop manufacturer. You have to understand, these laptops get loud the moment you start gaming. The fans kick on, air's being blown out the sides, and it drowns out the sound, especially if it's coming out of the bottom of the laptop. All manufacturers have to do is place the speakers in the deck of the laptop. At least this way it's hitting your face and there's a direct line of sight for the sound. But most importantly, the performance with this laptop has been exceptional. Every game I play on this hasn't had an issue. Overwatch, Fortnite, whatever the game is, still runs just as well as the day I got it. The improvements to the NVIDIA GPU drivers, the updates from Windows, just keep this thing chugging along nicely. Heat management is always a touchy point for a lot of people. I like to undervolt my laptop, and of course, that's gonna improve the performance. It's also gonna help battery life a little bit, but heat management is never perfect on a gaming laptop, and I think the updates Acer made to this model compared to the previous year is significantly better. So that pretty much wraps up my revisit on the Helios 300. I think even today, in 2020, it's still a fantastic fantastic deal. For $1,000, you're getting a solid performer with great hardware and upgrade capabilities. Now, obviously, Acer might announce a new one in May during their Acer annual event they hold in New York, so I'm crossing fingers to that. And if you want to see a hands-on for any of those products, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you're considering this laptop, I've placed a link in the description down below in case you want to pick it up. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.